Hold on. The sodium guide star of the Air Force Research Laboratory, direct energy, directive star fire, optical range. Look at the location in Hawaii. Remember, we done lots of videos where we have saw this laser coming from inside of some of these telescopes, and it's orange. But you know what this laser does? It's part of the direct energy weapon that can pierce up there into space. Remember, it was a video probably last week where that one of these satellites had the beam straight up in the air, fixed on an object in the air for over 3.5 hours. Remember that? And I said they're focusing. They've got that laser pointed on some type of object that is right up in the air. And these lasers are defense. They're military grade. They can disable satellites. They can disable drones. They look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Lieutenant General Henry Trey Obering of the U.S. Air Force is an executive vice president and directed energy lead at Booz Allen Hamilton and the former director of the Missile Defense Agency. So it would make sense that the military has a weapon like this in Hawaii, not just one that is visible like this, but these telescopes also have the ability to bring their shields all the way down. And if there is something up there in space, you can rest assured, that they have the technology to literally disable whatever is up there in space. Say like a mothership or something like that. Good morning. I've been looking at the directed energy weapons, and I've got led to that right there. I started, what was this? See, the UK says it has successfully tested its radio wave weapon that kills drones from 1,000 yards at 13 pop. The military's got them too. This is their weapon that they can put on the back of a vehicle. You can drive these vehicles anywhere. Hello and good morning, Stacy and Besa Boys. You can take these and you can put them anywhere. They have them also on ships. They fired their first, they have their live fired, their first anti-drone radio weapon that costs 10 pence. It's been heralding such weapons as a cheap alternative to missile. The weapon is the radio frequency direct energy weapon. It says to kill drones from 1,000 meters away in land and sea environments, but these are so much more powerful. When you look at this, the defense on the trucks, and they tested it. And then I thought, what is these directed energy weapons? If they can affect drones, what do they do to humans? So we can look right here, the Havana syndrome. I don't know where I had that at, but yeah, I was into the Havana syndrome, and they're insinuating that it is quite possible, since they can't really find the reason for this, these symptoms that they're having. Good morning. In the Havana syndrome thing, that very well could have been direct energy weapons, because they're very hard to track, is what they are. This is electronic warfare right here. Electronic warfare. They disable, damage, and destroy, and the military. But when I saw this just now, the direct energy weapons are real and disruptive. This is from the National Defense University Press, Military and Academic Publishing House, January. We've done videos of the observatories in Hawaii and we are insinuated I insinuated that they were shooting and firing at something up in orbit. And this right here just solidifies and confirms what I suspected. Yeah, and they can use these. What this one right here says, it can focus on a satellite up there in orbit that cannot be seen by normal means, these weapons. And if it can detect it, then it can destroy it. It can disable these satellites that are up there in orbit, and or let's say motherships and other things that shouldn't be up there sending out such signals or something like that. Look, this is, they use the reference. In the 1951 science fiction film, The Day the Earth Stood Still, powerful guns are shown vaporizing rifles, even tanks, and in the Star Wars movies, the widely variety of direct energy weapons are depicted from handheld light sabers to massive spaceship mounted control cannons. What exactly is a direct energy weapon? And are these weapons still science fiction, lab experiences, or are they real? How can they be used, and how disruptive can they be? And what are the challenges in the next steps? This article will examine answers to these questions. They're here, and I believe they've been here for quite a long, long time. Light wars, space wars. The war is truly occurring in space right now, and it does spill over on Earth. Just think this is in this. So I said, where is this military satellite located? Because I thought this looks like Hawaii. This looks like the orange laser that was fixing its space not too long ago for over 3.5 hours. Even though the stars moved in the sky, the beam stayed in one position as if it was directed at one object that was stationary, and that was these things right here. It could be in that during that time, it's just a little over a week ago, that it was disabling a satellite that was up there in orbit. And depending on how long it took for that satellite to come down, that very well could have been the Chinese satellite that these things right here, the one that was coming out of this telescope, it could very well been the one that it was shooting at and totally disabled it from the ground with one of these, and it fell into space. Is very well what could have happened. Where was that video that we did on here? Let me see if I can find it. Good morning. How long ago was the video of the laser that was pointed up in space that we did for over 3.5 hours on the live stream? I want to see, and I wonder how long it takes for a satellite to fall back in orbit. Let's look here. Let's find the one. This is a very good video. If you have not watched it, I'd highly encourage you to watch this right here video. It is so telling. All right, now we got the Pentagon press secretary. I want to get the video of Hawaii. It was this one right here. It was 10 days ago. This laser has not moved. It was a dark orange laser. It was fixed in its spot. So it reminds me of these. This is a military grade weapon. You can rest assured everything coming out of these are not what they say they are, but they're saying that this is a direct energy weapon. Yeah, they announced they have these weapons. They better have them, because that's where everything is going. So I want to examine, how long does it take for a satellite? I'm at my mom's. If you hear the furnace running, that's fine. How long does it take a satellite to fall from orbit? That would be good. Let's see where that. See, I said, where's this located at? You can see. The sodium guide star is used at the Air Force Research Laboratory in real time, high fidelity tracking and imaging of satellites. It propagates lights into the sodium layer of the Earth's atmosphere, enabling atmospheric characterizations of dim objects and makes them clearer. It's located at Halikikala, this one at the Kirkland Air Force Base. Oh, it emits an orange beam at Maui Space Surveillance Complex. You can see it straight up in the sky. Optical supercomputing. Mexico identifies transfer to U.S. Space Force. They have been identified to transfer. Wow. Space Force awareness. Let me see this. Are you just tuning in? Welcome. Let's see how long it takes a satellite to fall from the sky into orbit, because that could have been what. Let's see. How long does it take for a satellite to fall out of orbit? How many days? It's due on the satellite. The time, good morning. The time it takes for a satellite to fall out of orbit depends largely on its altitude, with satellites in low Earth. Okay, this is a not low Earth orbit. Well, they're not telling. How long? I want to know if they can fall out. Can a satellite be destroyed and fall back to Earth in 1 week? Yes, it can. A low Earth satellite, okay, so it was around 10 days ago. A low Earth satellite can be destroyed and fall back to Earth within a week, especially if it is intentionally maneuvered to rapidly decay, entering a low Earth orbit. I would venture to say they were firing on a satellite because it stayed there in that position and totally disabled it. It didn't move for 3.5 hours. I would say that they destroyed that satellite, and it very well could have been this, because it was around 10 days ago that the satellite from Hawaii was fixed in a position and this thing came falling down. That's in Hawaii. They're shooting down satellites too. It would make sense that you can use that location to do it. They got satellites in orbit that can fire the lasers too. They're retrofitted. It's really ugly up there, really creepy looking, really probably Star Wars looking up there in orbit. So the next time I go to, good morning, I should have put that in the Hawaii playlist, the observatory playlist, because we do have one here. Let's look at the observatory playlist. Let me shrink this down. In Hawaii, I got this one right here, and this one. I should have had the lasers, and this got some stuck in the volcanoes too. Let's see this whole playlist. 136 videos. I need to put the lasers on it, not just that. Okay, let's find them. See, there are lasers coming from there too. Declassified. This UFO ship in Hawaii. This is a rocket in Hawaii. This literally showed up coming out of the ground. It looked like a rocket from outer space in Hawaii. That right there shot up from under the inside these clouds. There's a lot that goes on in Hawaii that we're not told about. This thing right here, see it? It's a ship. It also was documented coming out of Hawaii. We got more than drones going on, and look at this. It's an egg-shaped ship. It's an egg sphere, also in Hawaii. Spherical, like UFO. Let me see. I think they're sending signals also. Look at this massive ship right here. You see it going all the way across? Right there. This is how massive these ships are. It's literally right there in Hawaii. There's so many different types that can be seen in Hawaii. This is the massive, another massive black ship right there in Hawaii. 1 year ago, seems like things really picked up in Hawaii. If you're just tuning in, good morning. The use in this, the military has their direct energy weapons also in Hawaii, is what they've got right here. That's another UFO. You can see it right here in Hawaii. A lot of these happened within 1 year. And the videos, they tend to get shadow banned is what happens. That's another one. This is like the squid-like being in Hawaii. You can see it right here. It's like that 1 year ago in Hawaii. You're just tuning in and trying to look at this. It truly was the shape of a squid, and it kept twirling around and around and around and around. The green, look, a UFO with a green trail came out of the ground in Hawaii. Now, if this was an asteroid, if this was a comet, it would not have a green trail coming out of the ground, because comets don't come out of the ground. They don't. This is, I would say, this is a cylinder leaving the crater in Hawaii, one of these shafts, and going up into the sky. Yeah, that's what I would say it is. More lasers. See, look at that. It's definitely a massive portal or flying saucer. See, what this is what happened. It was 2 years ago. We kept waiting for the time travelers said the aliens would land on Earth on December the 8th of 2022. This was 2 years ago. We were waiting. Then all of a sudden, this spherical, this portal-like thing opened up in the sky above Hawaii, just like that. And their cameras, they went down. They went down. This is a south-facing camera in Hawaii. Yeah. Look at this ship. This is coming out of the ground in Hawaii, in California. It's a massive UFO in Hawaii. This is 2 years ago. There has been an enormous uptick in the things that are happening, but we're supposed to be focusing on the direct energy weapons, the Havana syndrome and stuff. These are massive cylinders coming straight down in Hawaii too. This was documented 2 years ago. So if the military has their direct energy weapon laser on there, you can bet there's some kind of bases deep underground also. And it's not just lava. Okay, it's not. Look. Did they shoot a UFO near the observatories in Hawaii? Well, I would say that they did. I really would. I would say they're up there, they're shooting at objects in the sky. And this right here is a life form that you see. It is a life form from I don't know where it comes from, but it is a life form with a unique energy signature. Yeah. So let's get back to the direct energy weapon that's located in Hawaii. And the lasers, and now they got them they can put them on the back of vehicles. They've already been on the back of vehicles. They're on the decks of military ships. They're in orbit. They're mounted on buildings all across the United States, and I would say all across other countries as well, on buildings in other countries. They're also mobile. They can be directed at crowds and stuff like that too. We got, oh, Pippi Lou, honey, you're doing great. I am going to, let me get you out of here. Don't come on here thinking you're going to play with Gina, honey. I don't play your game. I exit the game because you're gone. So you like to enter, you're going to exit. You don't play no games on this channel. I'm telling you right now, you will not. This is not a this is a no nonsense channel when it comes to security measures like this. There's a lot going on. We got direct energy weapons. And this person is alluding that the Havana syndrome, this is what's behind it, the direct energy weapons. Look, the latest episode of the so-called Havana syndrome is a series of unexplained ailments afflicting U.S. Canadian diplomats and spies around the globe that span the globe. They include 2 diplomats in Hanoi, Vietnam, which disrupted Vice President Kamala Harris's foreign travel schedule in August, and several dozen reports of the U.S. Embassy in Vienna earlier this year, and a pair of incidents at the White House in last November. Yeah. So we've got direct energy weapons. That's what we got. And I am going to go. And we got the drones, and they're developing. The UK is developing its, well, they've had it already. If they can use them against, they find out they can use them against drones. So you can adjust the energy way. Gina, you don't know nothing about direct energy weapons or electronic warfare. Really? 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 That was my husband's trade. I know about it. Really? Yeah. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Thank you, Peppy Lou. And we're entering a new era, and it's going to get very volatile when it comes to these weapons. Extremely volatile. Have a wonderful, Frank, honey, hello. Oh, you're welcome. Ronell, honey. Yeah, that's right. Up yours. My husband's been out of the military for going on 20 years now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.